Guys, just want to give a quick update on my CryptoHopper. The past couple days have been pretty good. I'm up about 1.4%. This is my Bitcoin account that trades only Bitcoin. It's a $10,000 account. I put $3,000 out on the exchange at any given time, up to $3,000. Each one of these positions is $500. The reason that I leave the other balance in the wallet is so that if these positions were to turn negative, I can double down or triple down. And the idea is to take advantage of the daily volatility that happens with Bitcoin. So in case you guys don't know this, the Bitcoin price typically stays in a channel. It goes up or down, positive or negative, by 5.3% approximately. So if you look at the last 30 days, it moves 5.3%. Up or down. So that's the range that I'm trying to capture. So the idea is if you can capture some of this 5% movement every day, that's where your profit can come from, right? So I've been able to build just a bot for Bitcoin trading only. Like I said, it's done pretty good. Past 48 hours, it's made 1.4%. My goal is 1% a day. And if you look down here, it had these trades this morning. They were opened yesterday, so this morning it sold 5 positions at a profit of almost 5% each, which is fantastic. So those positions were closed due to a trailing stop loss, and I'll show you how I have all those set up here in just a second. But then the market conditions were still good, so it opened up new positions, another 6 positions, which are doing very well. So like I said, 1.4% in a couple days is really, really good. Now I'll show you how I did it. The way that I have this configured is just to go through a quick run through. I have a weird names that says Coinbase, BTC only, Hopper. I'm using the Killer Whale AI strategy, a 3.5 trailing stop loss, and a 30 DCA, and I'll explain what that is here shortly. But you configure your API. You should just simply select your exchange, load your Hopper information that you set up when you link your exchange, and you're good to go. That's how you set up your bot. It doesn't take that long. You can set your notifications. I don't have them set. But basically, I actually have notifications coming to my Twitter account, which is a cool feature that I'll show you. So every time there's a profit made, it tweets out the profit. So I don't use these, I use that, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. But basically, I've got it configured to have no more than 6 positions open at once. We only buy when the positive pairs are trading. So if the last 3 hours cryptocurrency tokens are trading positive, then it will execute a trade. If they're all red, then it won't. So we're trying to catch the trend. And then right here, I'm only doing BTC. I can do 5% on each one of my trades. So that's 5% times 6 positions is $3,000. This is a $10,000 account. So that will automatically leave $7,000 in reserve. The reason that I do that is I'll show you here in a minute, but the strategy I use is a paid-for strategy called Killer Whale AI Trend, and you can buy that in the marketplace here on CryptoHopper. I use a trailing stop buy, something new that I've started doing. Another thing that will make sure that Bitcoin's trading up before it will trigger a buy. So just started using that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. We'll see if it's good. Sell strategies, I have take profit at 100% because I don't want this triggering, and I'll show you what I do want triggering. I don't want the strategy triggering a sell. But what I do want, and I don't want a stop loss. What I do want is I want to reach a profit of at least 3.5%, and then I want the trailing stop loss to kick in. So once it gets to 3.5%, it arms the trailing stop loss. And if this goes from 3.5 to 5 or 6 or 7, and let's say it goes to 7, and let's say it drops back down to 6, then that trailing stop percentage will kick in, and then it'll trigger a sale. So I also have dollar cost averaging. This is pretty unique because I have the dollar cost averaging at 30%. So remember when Bitcoin went from 60,000 and then it crashed down to 45,000 roughly in one day? Well, this would catch that dip. if this triggered. So that's one of the reasons that I keep the extra money in my account, is I'm hoping for a flash crash so I can get even more Bitcoin at a cheaper price. And then I've got it set to triple down. So if I've got 500 out there and I've got it set on triple down, then it'll put another 1,000 out there for a total of 3x. So 500 will increase to 1,500. So that's why you have to have the extra money in the account. I like doing the triple down because you get to buy Bitcoin basically when it's on sale. So back up to here, I'll show you real quick. Waiting for these all to get to 3.5% so that the trailing stop loss will kick in. But if they don't get to 3.5% and they start going the other direction and they start going negative, that's fine too, because the chances are that they'll go negative as much as 5.5% for the day. So I'll watch that, and if they get down to 5.5%, I'll look at the overall market, and I may double down or triple down depending on how fast Bitcoin's going down or if it's just staying in a range. If I feel like it's staying in the range and it's at the bottom of the range going back up, then I'll just manually double or triple these positions down. Probably increase these from 500 to 1,500 each, if I just feel like the market is in a channel. So that's why I have, in a $10,000 wallet, that's why I have 7,000 in reserve. I'm waiting for the opportunity to buy Bitcoin on sale. Keep in mind, the past 30 to 60 days, it moves as much as 5.3% in either direction on a daily basis. So my goal is to capture this movement. That's where I think the money is. So anyway, it worked yesterday. I was able to capture those positions right there. Good money for a short amount of time. So I'm hoping the same thing today. And really, you look at a 2 or 3 day period, I made 1.35% on a $10,000 account. So when it's calculating that based off of the total wallet, not necessarily what's on the exchange, which is fine. I mean, if I'm able to make 1.34% and only have to deploy a third of my capital, that's really good, really, really good. So anyway, that's what this Bitcoin Hopper is doing. I've got a bunch of other ones that I have on here that I'll put other videos about. I'm testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 are live and 6 are paper. And so I test the wallets now. Learn that the hard way. You don't go live with your money till you know what you're doing. And then also I do some back testing. So back testing is something else that I can cover in another video, but basically it helps you to sort of predict the future. But we're going to keep it on this Bitcoin bot, because I think this is a way to not only hold Bitcoin for the long term, but capture the daily ups and downs of the pricing, and hopefully come out more ahead than just hodling. And we'll see. But I'm pretty excited about it, because if you can make 1% a day, just 1% a day, not even 1.5% a day, which some days you're gonna exceed that. But if you can make 1% a day, I'll show you what that'll do. So if you have $10,000 to invest, this is really exciting for anyone that hasn't seen this. But let's say you can make, let's say you do this for 2 years, you can make 1%. Well, if you do this every day, it's $14 million that your little $10,000 investment will turn into over 2 years' time. Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. So if you don't think you can do that, let's see what that looks like in 2 years. You're still talking big money. But my goal is 1%. So if I can make 1% after all my trading fees and all the ups and downs after 2 years, $14 million seems pretty astounding. Let's just put a year. Let's see where we're at after a year. Not bad. Not bad. Turning 10,000 into 377,000 after 1 year. So that's sort of the goal here. Here's my spreadsheet where I'm tracking it. This is my starting balance. This is what I'm estimating each day for it to increase by 1%. I'm putting the actual gains here and here. I try to do it about the same time every day. I'll be updating this number here shortly. Actually, I can do that right now. So 133.85 is the gain. So this equals minus what was there before, So that is $38.40 for the day. So I keep this running as a daily total to see if I'm making my 1% per day, or if I'm make more for the day or less for the day. But I'll keep an eye on that for the next few days. But so far so good. A little short today, but I think it'll go up. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, and I will keep putting more out there, and I'll talk to you later.